What's up, guys? It is Jonathan with One Big Impact. So I am actually here today to share something with you that recently I figured out. So a lot of people may know, at least my clients and some different people know, that been having some lower back issues, and I am 100% with the idea of the more you train, the more possibility of getting injured is. Now, you may say, oh, that's not true, that's not safe training, blah, blah, blah. You can say whatever the hell you want. With powerlifting specifically, the more you do it, the more likely you are to get injured or have some type of like hiccups. I wouldn't even call them injuries. I would just say like setbacks and stuff like that. But obviously, you guys know recently I hit 610-pound deadlift, 600-pound deadlift in training. Now, I backed off of the really, really heavy ones. I'm doing like 535 for triples and stuff like that right now. But I haven't deadlifted in about a week, so I've been giving it a little break. But I figured out something that has given me relief. Even though I wasn't deadlifting, I was still feeling pain. So I want to share today with you guys, if you are having lower back pain, specifically in like the L4, L5 region, right above your tailbone. And like, these are my actual symptoms, okay? And believe it or not, it wasn't from a deadlift. I know when it happened. I overarched really hard on a really heavy shoulder press when I was standing shoulder press, and I wasn't squeezing in my glutes. So it was completely my fault, and I knew it was coming, and I felt it exactly when it happened, and it's just been like a nagging issue since. So my symptoms were always feeling it in my lower back, not like a burning. I had no sciatica or anything like that. But exactly basically what it was doing is the most obvious part of the pain was if I sat down in the car for extended periods of time, I would get out, and obviously my legs are in this position while I'm driving, and I would get out and I would have to unfold my back slowly because it was almost like it was my back didn't have oil, if that makes sense, and it was just like I had to unfold it. The other obvious thing was when I bend over to grab things and stuff like that, I was feeling pain coming back up. Not like a super sharp pain or anything, but like an unfolding pain, like a bulging disc pain, to where it's like squeezing the disc back in or something like that. So now, as you can see, when I get down, I really am not feeling anything. I will say that, and that was me like thinking, that wasn't me, but that's very similar to what it looks like when I'm doing that. I would say yesterday I kind of felt it or whatever, but today I noticed, and that's why I'm making this video, that I have not had it happen. So first of all, if you are new here, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. And also, as always, go check us out on Facebook. Our group is called Healthy Living for a Healthy Life, and on Instagram at One Big Impact. So I bought this puppy recently, okay? This is the Inversion Table. I'll put a link in the description below. They're only $100 and it's like free shipping, so it's totally worth it. So when I first got it initially, I wasn't seeing any relief. I wasn't sure, but in tandem with something else I figured out is where I started getting the relief. And I believe this has been like a month since I had this, and I've been kind of having this nagging issue, and I just stopped thinking about it. So basically, what I'm doing, and I'm only going to do it for a second. I'm not going to do my full round. I actually just did 3 full minutes and kind of got it going. So you just get in here, you lock your feet in. I recommend 100% wearing shoes, because if you don't, it hurts really bad on trying to put your feet in there. For some reason, standing up on top of a little bracket like that is really super painful, at least for me. Maybe it's not for you. And then you're going to spin back, read the directions and everything, okay? Don't use exactly what I do. And you can start by using this pin at a different location so you don't go all the way, but I've already progressed pretty quickly to going all the way upside down, okay? Then the important thing, when I'm at the bottom, I'm releasing. I'm not flexing my feet or anything. I'm just hanging from them, which I'm a 260-pound dude, so that's a lot of pressure, okay? So you should be okay. But there's a 300-pound weight limit on this. Now, when you're upside down, I never try to talk like this. My nose is really stuffy when I do. When you're upside down, you're going to breathe in and then breathe out everything. When you do, usually right where I feel it is exactly where I've felt pain. I feel everything relax. put my hands to the ground. And become to a very calm state. As soon as you do and you breathe out all that pressure, you're actually going to feel your back stretching. And your back might pop or something like that. Now, the key here is the other exercise. Well, I can't really call it an exercise because it's not. But I'm going to show you exactly what that is and what it looks like, because this is the one that actually made a difference. I had been doing that and it was no problem, right? But I wasn't seeing any results, okay? So, this one, hopefully I can get you in the right angle here. Get you down here. This one, I would consider the closest way to understand it is going to be like a yoga Cobra stretch or something like that. So you get all the way down. Hopefully you can see me. You get it all the way down flat. You're putting your hands under your body like you're about to do a plank. Okay? And then you're going to start by squeezing your glutes. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm squeezing my glutes and I'm slamming my feet together really hard and keeping everything really tight. And then I'm bringing my chest up, arching my back, not lifting my hips off the floor. And if that feels okay, which I'm past that point now, if that feels okay, get your hands out like a kind of really bad push-up, like out in front of you. Hopefully you can see that. Out in front of you where you would not be pushing up from. Squeeze your glutes together, drive your feet together, and then come up, leaving your hips planted on the floor, kind of stretching out that abdominal. And I know it's working because when I first couple times I did it, I was feeling a lot of pain and I could not come up this high. I feel a little bit of a nagging pain still at the top, and then you're going to come back down 15-20 seconds, okay? And I'm actually doing this part live. Like, this is the part I haven't done yet today. So I'm squeezing my glutes. I think I did it 2 times yesterday. And then I'm coming up. And then coming back down. And then we're going to do one more. Squeeze glutes. Drive your heels together. Everything. And that did make a difference, I promise you, for me. All right. Now, the thing from my research, that you don't want to do is like stretching out your back. I know my apartment's a mess. I got to clean it up. Okay. I got to clean up. So, the thing you don't want to do is actually like stretching your back, bend over and stuff like that. You can, it all depends. Like, your injury is probably completely different than mine, but I would say probably about 75% of people out there or 50% of people out there are going to see this make a difference. You guys know, as I have hiccups, I will call them, in my training and stuff like that, when I find cures for them, I really, really, really want to fix them. I got plantar fasciitis last year before the half marathon, like the night of. And I was able to find a cure for it just by simple stretching for my calf rather than anything else. And I ran that night like nothing. And I actually did pretty damn good. I did it in 2 hours and 6 minutes. So that wasn't horrible. It was like 9.31 per mile split pace. So it was pretty damn good. Could I do that now? Probably not. Absolutely not. But regardless, I also couldn't deadlift 610 pounds back then. So things change. Goals change, okay? But I will say, since I've been doing that, I guess it's been maybe 3 or 4 days. And I'm not exaggerating, okay? I'm going to stand up right now. I'm going to stand up. And I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to reach down. And I just did the exercise. I will say it's kind of tender after I do the exercise. And I'll explain to you kind of why. So I'm grabbing down. The one that got me a lot, believe it or not, was getting in the fridge. Getting down into the fridge and grabbing something and then coming back out. And I just did it, okay? Even if it was real quick, it was really hard for my back to unfold. Like, kind of like just very, very stiff. And I was having a lot of issues with it, you guys. I'm totally sharing this because it makes a lot of sense. Now, my theory, and from what I've found on the internet and in books and stuff like that, for the cure of this and why it works. Now, I don't know. You obviously know I'm not a medical practitioner. And you should definitely get diagnosed if you have any kind of issues. But if you're a quick fix person like me, maybe you could try it. It's up to you. I am not a doctor. I am not giving you medical advice or anything, but it's up to you. Just some food for thought. That's all it is. Now, the idea behind this is on the inversion table, it elongates your spine and pulls it apart, okay? Therefore, kind of giving a little bit of a release of tension. Whatever is maybe smashed together or something like that kind of opens it up. And then when you're doing this upward cobra stretch like this, and you're kind of, you're opening up the vertebrae, and then you're giving the ability. So if you have something pinched back here, it kind of squeezes it, but because you expanded your spine, it gives it somewhere to go into, if that makes sense. You're opening up so it can kind of like smush back into it, if that makes sense. And I'm not even kidding you. I don't know if I just said it. I would say 1 to 10 in the last 4 days. How much improvement? 10 being the most improvement possible, and 0 being no improvement at all. Back issues are scary, okay, and you freak out about them. But 1 to 10, 10 being the best, I would say probably between an 8 and a 9. And before, I will literally say I was like at a 1. I was hurting. I was hurting because not only mentally, but physically, like everything I did, it was just like, holy crap, I was starting to trip out. I'm like, is this really going to be like a constant nagging issue? I literally feel like I could go deadlift today. I'm not going to. I'm going to give it a little more time, and I'm going to keep on with it and keep staying focused with it. But it's really, really cool that I found out this. So I just wanted to share it with you guys. I hope you guys like this video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Again, like I said before, if you're looking for online nutritional coaching or in-person nutritional coaching, takeaway meal plans, takeaway workout plans, if you're looking for in-person personal trainer, I'm your guy. Go check out my Instagram at One Big Impact, and you will see my clients' results. We don't Photoshop shit. We don't have to. We just get results. That's what I'm all about. Have a good day, guys.